I generate a ton of leads from my own Facebook group, and I also generate a lot of leads from other people's Facebook groups. And in today's video, I'm going to show you my exact process for generating those leads. I'll give you the exact blueprint, so that way you can copy it and steal it for yourself. There is a catch though. You have to follow this blueprint to a T, because if you try to do it your own way, you are likely going to fail. And what happens is when for your own group, you don't follow my blueprint, you are going to get burnt out. You are going to stop posting and providing value. You are going to stop adding new members, and ultimately your group will turn into one of the many hundreds of thousands of groups that are out there that absolutely are worthless. And if you don't follow my blueprint, when you're a member in other people's groups, you're likely either going to get banned, generate no leads, and or be looked at as someone who has built a reputation that no one can know, like, or trust. Welcome to my channel. My name is Adam McChesney. And if you didn't watch my previous video where I went over how I generate 3 to 5 leads a day on Facebook, make sure to continue watching this video right now, but go back to that one after, because it will pick up where we left off. And if you did watch it, then you know this system works. Now let's go make some money. All right, so today we're going to dive into the importance of Facebook groups and how I use Facebook groups in order to grow my business and generate leads. So a quick overview on what we're going to talk about here today. We are going to dive into why Facebook groups. Like, why would I recommend you invest your time, energy, money, and resources into building Facebook groups and being a valuable member inside of other people's Facebook groups? We're going to then dive into your Facebook group. So if you don't have a Facebook group yet, I recommend that you get one started. There's a variety of different ways to do that, which we will dive into here in just a little bit. Then we're going to talk about how you can pick out 3 to 5 other Facebook groups that you really want to spend a lot of your time and energy, obviously resources and potentially money, into building out relationships and growing your network to then generate more leads in that fashion. We'll talk about that. And then we'll talk about how to complement Facebook groups by just being active in your own Facebook group, by being active in other people's Facebook groups. Those two things alone will not automatically grow your business. There's a way to complement all of those things. So let's get into why Facebook groups. The reason I love Facebook groups, because there's so many Facebook groups that are out there, the ones that do this really, really well. My group is one of those. If you haven't joined our free group, there is a link in the description. Builders of Authority. You can find that on the search bar in Facebook or click that link. But they are highly engaged if done well and targeted. So our group specifically is entrepreneurs and businesses and people involved in the marketing and advertising and sales departments inside of companies that want to grow their business, but they want to learn personal branding and digital marketing from us, proven subject matter experts. So people that go in there know that these people are usually committed to that cause. It's easier to grab someone's attention because they are in that Facebook group for a specific reason. So based on the previous video where I talked about the entire strategy of my personal Facebook profile, where I'm not always sharing business related stuff, this is very highly targeted to tactics and strategies because I have someone's attention. If I post all the stuff that I do on my personal page in this private Facebook group, it's not going to be the same. It's a controlled environment. So again, people are going there for a specific reason, and the groups that do this really, really well, my group included, we keep spam out. It's not a pitch fest. It is very, very value driven. And Facebook as a whole is an absolute gold mine. People are consistently going there, not just to learn and get educated, but they're also looking to connect, especially in the marketing space, with qualified subject matter expert vendors. So it's a great place to be able to spend some time and energy. And you can provide the secret sauce type of education and value there without it coming off as if, oh my gosh, Adam is just pitching his business, his product, and his services on his personal Facebook profile, because people would get very, very bored with that. But I'm also sharing things in the private Facebook group that I'm not, or the public private group that I'm not always sharing on my personal Facebook page. So there is a lot of value in there. Now, going after everything as it talks with your Facebook group. So a lot of people will say, Adam, I have multiple Facebook groups that are out there. Well, until you have one that is absolutely crushing it and generating a lot of leads for your business, I recommend going all in on one, not trying to basically decipher between 3 and 4 of them. Reason being is they're going to be all subpar and not generate anything at all. So you'd rather have one that generated you multiple leads a day. Be consistent with posting and adding members. So I post every single day, 7 days a week, literally at the same time, Monday through Friday, and a little bit later on the weekends, just because people usually aren't doing the same routines, or they're not on Facebook at the same time as they are during the week. And I'm consistently adding members. So people that I become friends with, people that if I go on stage, I will use our Facebook group as a lead magnet. There's a variety of different things on how I'm doing that. I'm also encouraging members to share the group, as well as promote and add their friends in there. The best part about this is you are in charge, and you can curate an environment that drives leads to you. So as long as you're continuing to provide value, your current clients are in there talking about you, raving about you, etc. You are basically building out yourself to be a subject matter expert that everybody is looking to as an authority. You can block out, obviously, the spammers and BS, even if you're competitors, right? So I don't typically do this, but like if there was a ton of other people that were offering digital marketing and doing all the stuff that I do, of course I could block it out. I don't think about it in that mindset. I think about it if people are trying to come in and screw people over or spam the group or just talk politics and do other I block that stuff out immediately. And I treat this as if it's another social media platform. So again, once a day on posting, one time a week at least, I'm strategically trying to add new members in that group as well. So I'm treating it and creating it as a part of my habit and routines. So what are some routines? Now, we've talked about a lot of this already, but I want to reiterate the importance of it. Post daily. You can go in and schedule posts. So I usually schedule posts at least a week out, if not 2 weeks out. I do Monday through Friday at 8:04 a.m. The reason why I do 8:04 a.m. is because it's different than a lot of people that are posting right at 8, 8:05, etc. So I create a time that is unique to our group. I post about stuff that's not typically on my main page. So again, the reason, you have to have a reason as to why people would join the group, different from just following you or being your friend on Facebook, is that we have a bunch of stuff on here that's not on the main page. So you are getting secret, AKA additional information, value-driven education that you wouldn't get otherwise. I do also go live in the group for specific trainings. So, hey, make sure to come join my group because I'm going live in here and I'm going to have a training on X, right? And the way in which Facebook has kind of screwed this up, if you will, they now have where you can't go live on your Facebook page, in a Facebook group, and on LinkedIn and all these different things. You have to do it in the moment on that Facebook group. Add new people daily or weekly. We talked about that, the importance of there. Use it as a consistent call to action. So again, if I'm on somebody's podcast, if I am speaking on stage, I'm literally like, hey, make sure that you go and join our free Facebook group. I'm also literally on every single video that, as it was relating to all of those different things, is, hey, come join our free Facebook group. Come get information on exactly what I just spoke on here in stage. So use it as a way to continue to curate relationships and build those relationships outside even the immediate event of, hey, you can sign up with me and do this, but also let's build relationships. And again, you can have your past and current clients rave about you. That is a place where we have a lot of people, and a lot of times I don't even ask, but sometimes it will be like, hey, that was really cool. You mind go sharing that in the group so that way other people can know the exact experience and results you got from implementing what we're telling so many people to do. So other people's Facebook groups. Find local groups where your ideal clients are at. So again, if you are a marketing agency, for example, and you want to go find, let's just say, a group of contractors in the St. Louis community. Well, there's not hundreds, but there's probably 50 plus groups where your ideal clients are hanging out. Buy, sell, trade, St. Louis, all those different types of local groups. I know a guy, I know a gal. That is where a lot of your ideal clients are hanging out, and they are hidden. Secondarily, industry and niche specific groups. So if you're like, hey, I just work with landscaper. Well, there's plenty of groups that are out there that are focused just on landscapers. So make sure to go join those groups. And then you want to connect with the admins of those groups. So I want to go connect with the people that are basically running the group and start to build a relationship with them. And if I know somebody that is one of the admins, of course, that's easy because I can go reach out. Hey, I noticed you're an admin of this group. But also I'm seeing, do I have good relationships with other people who are also friends with those admins, so that way they could do a warm introduction. I'm also trying to figure out who are the other people that are key people of influence inside of those groups. So are there people that are consistently posting daily? Are there other vendors and other types of companies that are consistently getting promoted, maybe even sponsored? I want to go pick their brain and I want to go build relationships with them. Again, even better if I'm already connected to them. And then I'm always looking for opportunities for partnerships or collaborations. I've had them in very, very small groups with just a couple of hundred people, all the way up to groups with 200,000 plus people. And we'll talk a little bit about that here in a second. But if you can create some type of partnership or collaboration, that is where a lot of leads can come from and where everybody wins. So the routines around these Facebook groups, again, find 3 to 5 groups that you want to spend time in, not 10, not 20, not 50, 3 to 5. From there, create a consistent posting and activity schedule. So again, add this into your social media content calendar and routine. I'm going to post every other day in X group about X, Y, and Z. And you're not pitching, you're not spamming. You are only providing education and value and literally nothing else. Get your current and past clients a recurring theme to rave about you inside of those groups. So in a lot of these groups, when somebody says, hey, who is the go-to for personal branding, digital marketing? I need leads. I want SEO, all these things. My clients, referral partners, etc. They're going in and they're saying, hey, Adam and his team are the guy and gals to be able to help you. So go have a conversation with him. Again, don't cold spam or DM members in the group unsolicited. It is going to be a nightmare for you. The partnerships aspect, right? So I talked about this earlier. A lot of these groups and the best groups that are out there, they monetize the heck out of them, and rightfully so. They have a very, very loyal base of members inside of their community. They have the value that is there. And so they create these opportunities for preferred vendors or partnerships or sponsorships, if you will. And I've made a ridiculous amount of money for them. So a lot of people are like, oh, I won't pay for that, or this doesn't make sense. Okay, great. Somebody is. One of your competitors will. Nobody's tied directly to you. Like, of course, you have to be really, really good, right? You can't have a subpar product and service and get these opportunities. But there's plenty of people that do that. You need to stick out as an authority, as a subject matter expert, and be creative in coming up with a way to have a preferred vendor or partnership, and bring up ideas and possibilities to the admin. So like, if somebody says, hey, it's going to cost $500 or it's going to cost $3,000 a month or whatever it might be, or I want to get paid on commission. Well, if they're like saying, hey, this is what we typically do, but we're open to ideas, or they're like, you know what, Adam, we've actually never thought about doing that. That's actually pretty good. You got any idea? Like, so when you're the one that brings ideas and possibilities to the admin, they are instantly like, wow, okay, Adam is thinking that he wants to provide value and education to this community, but he also wants to give back, and he wants to pay and help us basically recoup a lot of the time, energy, resources, money we put into building the group. And I always like to recommend is like, a lot of people are like, oh, I would never do that in Facebook groups. I would encourage you, do you have a referral program? If you don't have a referral program, especially for your current clients, past clients, key people that are in industries that are working with your clients, but they're not a competitor of yours. I even have referral programs with my competitors, because not everybody is a good fit for us and not everybody is a good fit for them. So treat this like a referral program. Maybe it's a one-time fee, maybe it's a recurring commission. It's going to depend on really what these admins are looking for. But if you're not doing this stuff, you're missing the boat. So how to complement other Facebook groups, or basically how to complement Facebook groups as a whole. Well, do literally everything that we talked about in our last video as it relates to your personal Facebook page. So again, if you haven't watched that video, as you're finishing up this video, go back to that video, watch it, implement everything to a T, and you are going to see success with this. Offer value add calls to members when it makes sense. So if you're going back and forth, maybe in the comments, you're going back and forth outside on your personal Facebook page, and you know that they came from X, Y, and Z group, make sure that you then go back and say, hey, you know what? I just want to hop on what I refer to in my business as a 15 to 20 minute value add call. Not going to try to pitch your products or anything. I just want to know a little bit more about your business. I know we were having that conversation over there, but I want to see if I could dive a little bit deeper, maybe give you a couple of things, one or two, that you could take action on to grow your business. Would you be interested in a value add call? As long as they're serious about business growth and all those things, they're likely going to take advantage of that. Again, no pitching there. But you want to ultimately on your personal page, right? So if I'm posting and I'm providing value inside of Facebook groups, and then all of a sudden I bring somebody out of a Facebook group because I add them or they add me, and they can't understand what I do outside of the Facebook group. They can't understand from my Facebook profile. My Facebook profile is not cleaned up. I haven't posted in weeks. You're doing yourself a disservice. You can't just be one person inside of a Facebook group and another person on your personal page. So make sure, right, that you are actively going and building out your personal profile so it complements what you're doing inside of those Facebook groups. And that way you can position yourself as an authority and subject matter expert with content elsewhere. All right, there you have it. I just went over my exact blueprint, the entire process of how I generate leads inside of Facebook groups. I walked you specifically how I do that inside of my own group, Builders of Authority, which if you haven't joined that one already yet, there is a link to the description in this video, so make sure to go do that. But also how I provide value, build relationships, and then generate leads inside of other people's Facebook groups. This is a process I've been doing over the last 4 years, and it continues to pay off. Now, if you haven't watched my previous video where I did go over how I generate 3 to 5 leads a day on Facebook using my personal profile, Facebook groups is just one of the strategies that we do in order to leverage that. So make sure you go back and watch it. And if you need a platform to take your business to the next level, or if you're looking to start a business, Go High Level is that platform. You'll find a link in the description for a free and extended 30-day trial. Now let's go make some money.